Hi and welcome to yet another episode. This is part 4 to the Amiga Big Box Games. Let's start off with cannon fodder, and it says that it goes up to the Amiga 1200, at least 1 megabyte of memory, extra memory above 1 megabyte, or 1 or more additional disk drives. So there we go, that's good for that. Now the one thing, you're not going to believe this, well you might do, but I've only just realised today, after seeing this box many times, there's actually a soldier just there. There's his helmet, there's his face, shoulders, his rifle. I've completely missed that all this time. I don't know how, but I have. Anyway, this game's by Sensible software. Let's see if there's anything else on the sides. No, on the back, no screenshots or anything like that. Don't wait until you see the whites of their eyes. And this came out in 1993. Very small writing there, not very good for my old eyes. So let's open it up. Comes on 3 discs, and if I remember right, you had to get yourself a blank disc so you could save, which makes sense, but you didn't want to lose your place on doing the first few levels again and again and again. Manual. How to know your ranks. And there we go. Lots of different things. Remember that, all the different people coming through there, and it started off with jewels and stuff. Yep. I don't know how many times I've played the first few levels of this. But I really enjoyed playing that when it came out, and Cannon Fodder 2. I've tried playing Cannon Fodder 3 and I've not been too impressed on that, but I think that's a PC only game, and I think they went a little bit, well, it was developed by someone else as far as I remember, and it's just not the same. So on to the next game, Worms, the first version. It says 1 meg, hard disk installable, 2 meg recommended but not required, requires a mouse, AGA chipset enhanced. I think that's the first one that we've come across that actually says that. I used to love playing this game. I remember actually the first time I actually played this game though was on a PlayStation, the first time I played it. But I went out and got the game myself for the Amiga. Sadly this is a second-hand copy to me from all these, but it's not my original one that I had as a kid. Doesn't mention what year this game came out. Screenshots all over the place. I'm sure lots of you have seen so far the from Retro Recipes where he's re-rendered these into a more modern computer so they look a lot better. Well, I'm not so sure it was him personally, I think it was someone else that did it, but the point is that it was on all on his channel. So if you haven't seen that, go across and have a look at that. I'll put a link down below to that particular video, and say hi to him from me. So let's have a look inside. Leave the box there. Oh, Worms code booklet. Well, let's see how many discs there are. Oh, it's one of these annoying boxes. I never like these because you think you're going to bend a disc and snap it out or something. There we go. So 3 discs. Sorry for all the rattling, but that's what the box does. It says Team 17 underneath. Right, let's go back to here. We had the code booklet to help stop piracy. What? Just in case I don't want to get done for encouraging piracy, because I don't. But the point is that all the codes are there. But if you can see, it's all black on black, a bit like the spaceship from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where it's just all black on black. And then let's have a look at the manual. Advertisements in the back here for Euro 96 Manager and access all areas. Internet is the future. Well, yeah, I suppose it was. All the credits. So there's a whole lot different things, but it's in different languages at the moment. Ones I can't read. Where's the English bit? Come on. There we go. Here's the English bit. Upgrades and patches. As per usual, development time runs out and we have to do the decision to bring to you game and make it wait for a few months. Yeah, I wish they would do that nowadays, instead of just constantly bringing out updates. But anyway, Amiga version only. Pressing the right mouse button enables you to enter your own level. Oh. Anyway, so it's got the CD32 gamepad showing off there and what it can do. PC version dimensions. So there we go. Tells you what the different weapons do and everything like that. I like these little pen drawings of the worms being all dizzy and things. So yeah, that's another one for the manual. And what year that came out, I'll look it up. On to the third one. Nigel Mansell's World Championship. All different reviews there of different magazines and TV shows. This was for the Amiga 500, 600 and compatibles. Anything of interest around the sides? No. Obviously it's the re-release version. It's the budget version of the game. On the back here, this game came out in 1994. Well, the reissue of this budget version came out in 1994. The most exciting racing driver in the world has teamed up with the greatest racing game producers to bring you the definitive Grand Prix experience. Dun dun dun. Yeah, the graphics look great and everything like that for the time that this game came out. It reminds me a lot of Vroom. I seem to remember that was a game, as in the Vroom with 3 O's or something like that. But yeah, look, I've played it just with the joystick and it is a nice game to play. I just wish it would play with that fancy wheel that I've got. So let's have a look inside. Squeaky squeak squeak, it's one of those. Sorry if you're wearing headphones, but that's what it does. Again, there's squeakiness things. There's 2 discs. Oh, it annoys me that as well. So yeah, okay, I apologise. Different languages. Where's the English? So that I know what I'm doing. So it seems to say copyright 1992. So maybe that's when this game first came out. I know this game was stuffed in with what was it, a 1200 pack as well. Was it Trolls that came with it? I seem to remember seeing those game packs. See, this is the fancy wheel I wish it would work with. It's supposed to work with the analog one, but it just doesn't want to do it. The Freewheel by Logic 3. So installing it to the hard drive, blah blah blah. Did all that. Doesn't want to work with that wheel. But the game itself though, if you want to play it with the normal joystick, it does play nice. This fourth one sadly seen better days. I will try fixing that with some invisible tape. But let's have a look what it says. So it's Grand Prix and it's the Amiga 3000 it mentions up to. 1 meg free RAM required, colour monitor only. Well, yeah, I can see why, but I actually did play this on a black and white TV back in the day. I didn't have a colour TV when I had an Amiga. Not for my room anyway. Like most people, it was the hand-me-down of a hand-me-down sort of thing. Anyway, it mentions inside already it's got 4 discs, mouse, joystick recommended, keyboard supported, hard disk supported. And it was voted Simulation of the Year back in 1991. So that's when the game probably came out. But on the back here, some screenshots. No idea if it's, oh, it says ST in Amiga screenshots. I wonder which ones are ST and which ones are Amiga. Are they the ST ones? They're the Amiga ones. Anyway, it does say copyright 1991. But let's see what's on the inside. Trying not to bust this up even worse it already is. Can we balance that without making a big nasty glare? There we go. So the box has seen better days as well. As I've said with all these, they're all second hand to me, so any damages to the boxes and stuff are not down to me. So let's see what we've got inside. We seem to have a reference card. There we go. It says here, your Grand Prix package should contain a manual, this technical support, 4 Commodore Amiga discs numbered 1 to 4, and a key reference card and a registration card. So there's the key reference card, but there doesn't seem to be, unless it's hiding around the back. Oh, no registration card. So whoever had this either damaged the registration card and sent, or they actually sent it off for whatever reason. So there's the 4 floppies, obviously. Let's have a look at this big heavy manual. There's a nice look at that. It looks like it was a wet day when they were doing that one though. Probably at Silverstone in Britain, you know, it's always raining. The one thing that I liked about this manual when I was a kid though, because I did have this game as a kid, but it came as a box where there was sort of like a flap at the top and it all slid out. I can't remember the manual being this big, but I do remember reading the manual from cover to cover, because it explained an awful lot of things about overtaking and you know, keeping to the inside lane and all that sort of stuff that as an adult makes perfect sense. But when you're a kid, you know, you've never been behind a wheel and your dad's not into driving cars really fast or anything like that. It's not the sort of thing you pick up. But yeah, it was really interesting to read these driving techniques. I'm not saying I would know how to do them in real life, but in the game I can give it a go, and it definitely improved me getting to number 1 in playing this game anyway. So if you do have this game, I would recommend reading the manual back to back, or front to back, whichever you want to say it, but it does explain how to do things in a very understandable way. And it tells about the different circuits that you're on and which one stuff, and should you use wet tyres, all weather tyres, all that sort of thing. I've been requested to put some gameplay in these. Well, just let me know which ones you want to see, and I'll be more than happy to load them up and play them for a while and see what they look like. But it will be after I've already shown all these big boxes, because that's how I've started out now. I didn't want to just do here's a box, here's some gameplay, here's a box, here's some gameplay. What I was trying to do was get people to come back again. So please let me know which game you want to see, and then I'll load it up and we can have a look at it. It won't be this week, it'll be sometime in the future, but just let me know and I'll make a list, and then I'll slowly but surely go through bringing the big box back out again and actually doing some gameplay with it. But as always, happy gaming!